I'm Jane.
And I'm Amanda.
Welcome
Welcome to Come Dowse
to
with
Come
me.
Dowse with me.
Was I a bit fast then? Welcome to Come Dowse with me. Hello.
Hello.
So today we're talking about holidays and high days.
Whoa. Yeah, holidays. Great. When we're recording this, it's August, but you'd think it was November.
It's a little bit soggy in England in August this year, but I'm very grateful we haven't got the weather that some of the world has got. So
No.
we're very grateful for the weather. But if you're trying to sort out when to go camping or when to go, dowsing is an amazing tool for helping you to work out when we're not quite sure what the weather's going to be doing. Where shall we go? When shall we go camping, and which is a good campsite? So, I mean, we can use dowsing for choosing the dates, the time slot. So you think, okay, how many days I want to go camping? How many days shall I go for? 1, 2, 3, 4. I've got 4. So I went camping for 4 days. And then which is a good time slot where we get some nice weather that's suitable for what we want to be doing. And then you can go through your diary. Now, I have a paper diary, or you can use a calendar on a wall, but I think it's quite useful to have a visual calendar, isn't it? I suppose you could do it on your phone. But for me personally, I like to have one I can like do a dot on and go, okay, this is my time. This is my time. So I'll go, okay, which are the good days? Is this a good day? This is. So then I dowse down, is it that week? Is it that week? And when you get your week, you can then narrow it down and go, okay, which are the good 4 days? Is it all of this week? And then you've got that flexibility. Or is it just, is this a good day to travel? Because that's the other thing. You want to make sure that you're getting everything in, don't you? Asking all the questions so that you've got a good traveling day, nice weather when you get there, and good traveling on the way home, and a good campsite that's got all the things that you need. So how would you choose a campsite, Jane, if you were selecting a campsite?
How would I choose a campsite? I would, first of all, I'd map Dowse. I'd map Dowse the area that I was thinking of going camping in. And then I'd Google the campsites, and then I'd decide to get a short list using Dowsing of the amenities I want on my campsite. And for me, that's always like hot shower level pitches, nice outlook, good location, easy access. It's all those kind of things. So I'd do all that and then draw up a short list. And then I would check out if that was appropriate for me to stay there as well. So I check permissions, because you might think that this is the perfect campsite for you, but then when you dowse, it's no, you can't dowse. And is it because I need to go on a different date? Or there's so many different kind of
it's the variables, isn't it? It's the different variables that you have
yeah.
to consider, and using dowsing to confirm or not confirm those variables. It's just so time saving and helpful, really, isn't it? It's just a helpful tool.
Yeah, because then when you get to the campsite, you know that it's the right campsite. And sometimes if there's I'm just thinking back to recently, earlier this year, when I was looking for a campsite in Glastonbury, we were recommended a site, and I was really struggling to get hold of them. And I went on the booking system, and everything was telling me that I couldn't book what I wanted. And so I kept thinking, oh, there's something's not right. So I then looked for another campsite through Dowsing, and then I contacted them, and I was like, this. I still felt I needed to pursue the original campsite, and eventually I did, and it was the right decision because it was blimmin' amazing. They were the best showers and toilet facilities I have ever had. They were 5 star. If anyone's going to Glastonbury, the campsite we stayed at there was absolutely brilliant. It was just like, it was warm, the pitches were level, and so it was worth persevering with the going to that way, whereas the other campsite would have been okay, but there was going to be a possible solar shower kind of thing. And yeah, I
And
like a
that's the
nice
thing, is
shower.
you've had a recommendation but that gut feeling, isn't it? It's when that gut feeling and your intuition goes, this isn't quite right, or it is difficult to get hold of anybody. It's like, oh, hold on, this is I just need to. So confirming with the dowsing, should we pursue this? It's
Yeah.
a really good one, because it can look like an amazing. Or yeah, if you were looking at a last minute deal, late deals, some of these last minute deals can look really amazing. But then if you've got a whole run of them and it's in the times that you can do, and then you go, is this good? Is this good? Is this good? You can probably get no's for quite a lot. And it might just mean that you have to spend £15 more, but to get the one that's right for you.
Yeah, I think it's that, the intuition is really kind of the deviceless dowsing, and the dowsing rod or the pendulum is confirming what you're feeling. But sometimes it's just you want that extra kind of sign to know that you're doing the right thing. And even if you get there and it's not quite all it seems, there'll be a reason for it. I always believe that, if you can't quite get what you want, there's a reason, because there'll be something else. It'll be something that you're not aware of, or that hasn't materialized yet or manifested itself. So yeah.
Sometimes it's just the little touches, isn't it? Like if you do an Airbnb and you sort of douse it, and then you think, well, it's saying that one, but I'm not quite sure. And you think, right, I'm going to go with what the dowsing is. And then you get there and then you've got this lovely welcome basket of things, or and you're just made to feel welcome, or there's something extra within the home. And you think, oh my God, this is like above and beyond. And there always is something above and beyond what your expectations are. So if you set out your stall of, we'd like this or something better, it's like you get it with bells on. Like you said, the campsite you got at Glastonbury was above and beyond.
And it's like I'm kind of reminded as well of the amazing Airbnb that you often go on. I mean, it's quite exclusive, the one that you go to. So
Oh, that's the Airbnb boat.
yeah, the
Yeah,
Airbnb. I mean, I've
Airbnb
never even
boat.
heard that. I mean, how did you find out about that? Did you use dowsing?
I think it was just an accident, actually. I think we're just looking for something because it's Pirate Festival down at Brixham. And me and my daughter have been going now for 3-4 years. And then we always go and we stay on a boat. And so the boat is moored in the marina. You can't go and sail it or do anything. But stayed on. They are amazing. But yeah, well, I will douse and say, are we staying on that one again? But because the company that do it have got a few different ones. But yeah, we like one in particular. So I'll douse. Do we try a different one this year? No, we're going to stick to that one. We stick to our favourite. But we've tried 2 different boats now. But this is the one that we go on now is really nice. But yeah, Airbnb boat. It's like it's a lovely bit of luxury.
I love it. And I love that you're still using the dowsing to confirm, which boat should we go on? Because again, we can get into that routine, can't we, of always doing the same thing because it feels safe and secure and what we know. And it's the known. It's because sometimes it's the unknown stuff that makes us not want to step out of our comfort zone. But dowsing, I think, can be really beneficial but it's important to use it in the right way. I think that's the
Yeah.
thing.
And if you douse for something and you think, oh, that's a bit exciting, it's not what I would have, I might not have probably chosen that, but that sounds really exciting. You go into the whole experience with an excitement rather than a fear of the unknown. You go in of the excitement of what might be, and I think you're going in a different mindset as well. So yeah, instead of the fear of the unknown, this is an excitement of what are we gonna be doing, because it's gonna be good because we've dowsed it and we got a yes. So it's definitely gonna be
And
good.
I guess taking it to another level as well, you can even pack what clothes that you need for the weather that you've doused.
Oh yeah, we do that. I do that. So it will be, are we going to need wellies? Are we going to need, normally it's a yes to everything. It's normally yes to sun cream, wellies, sea shoes, the whole lot, spring, summer, autumn and winter in one bag. But yeah, you can douse. Am I going to need my coat today? But yeah. Yeah, and the sort of dates, again, for the dates when we do Pirate Weekend, it runs the Saturday and Sunday and the Monday over a bank holiday weekend. But I always douse to see if I should go Friday. Last year, no, this year when we went, I was really tempted to go on the Friday, and I thought, oh, should we go on the Friday? And then I dowsed and I got a no. So I was like, no, I'm not going then. And then when we got there quite early Saturday morning. And there was some reason, it was like something made sense. I was like, oh, well, that's why we weren't here Friday. So yeah, it always makes sense. Always makes sense. Trust in your ability to dowse.
And I think as well, you can pick your location. So if you're looking to go abroad, or if you're looking to go further afield, you can get the world map out, and you can. It's better than sticking a pin in it and hoping for the best. You can actually narrow it down, and you can narrow it down. Oh, let's go to Spain. We can have actually narrow it down to the actual area and the place, and then the hotel, and then when to go. So it makes it's really bespoke, isn't it? It's bespoke holidays.
Definitely. And it's whether you want what sort of holiday you want. So if you want an adventure holiday, you want to relax, so you can set your stall out and go, okay, I'm ready for a relaxing holiday. And I want it by the pool, and I want all you can eat. And I want somebody to wipe my head with a cloth when I get too warm. And I want somebody to carry me. And I want somebody to waft me.
Oh,
And I just a relaxing holiday.
Oh, I'm there.
You might want adventure. And it's like, where am I going to get a really good adventure? I mean, I sometimes sort of say, if you want an adventure holiday, and you can start, do I visit one of the 7 wonders of the world? Because I think that's a really good way to narrow it down, because it's going to be an exciting holiday. So should I visit one of the 7 wonders of the world in this holiday? Well, I've got a yes then. Yes. And then you can go through and choose, what is it? Is there a landmark that would be good for you to go and explore? Or, where's the best chocolate? But normally Bruges is, the Belgians are very good at their chocolate.
Yeah, and also you could sort of say, working with energy as we do, is that going to be a good place for me? Is the energy going to be too, because you don't want to go somewhere, because I'm kind of like, immediately when you think about 7 wonders of the world, I'm thinking Egypt, pyramids. But that could be too energetic
at certain times of the year as well.
Times of the year. So, again, I'd be pretty gutted if I'd booked my holiday and gone to Egypt, and then I was overcome when I got there because the energies were just too massive, or whatever they were going to be. Or I do remember years ago I was on holiday in Egypt, down by the Red Sea, and I went to St. Catherine's Monastery, and it's in the middle of the desert, and I had to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and it was before I did dowsing really, and was really kind of like using it for lots of different things. And I was so excited to go on this trip to this one of supposedly one of the most holiest places in the world. And I got there and I was a bit underwhelmed, and it taken ages to get there. And I'm thinking, if I'd use dowsing as I use it now, then I probably wouldn't have made that journey, because clearly when I got there, the energy wasn't right for me, and I wasn't meant to go there that day. And so it's kind of, I always recall that as going, I was so excited to go and do that, but it was the underwhelming feeling. But maybe I just wasn't meant to have gone there.
Yeah, and so I suppose you could ask that question: is this a good place to go for my system? Well, is my system, especially if you want to relax somewhere, you don't want to be going somewhere then that you're just going to feel.
Yeah. Yeah, I just got there and was like, okay, is that it? There's.
And if you'd have done that at a different time, you might have just had a completely different experience because of time and place, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where you're at, and the people that you're with as well.
Yeah, time and place, and the company. It's not always appropriate to go away with various people, I guess, as well. It can, again, you can just check that out with your dowsing, that it's going to be appropriate for all parties concerned for you to go there, but remembering that we don't actually ever dowse for someone else without their permission. So it's about, is it right for me to go away and spend time with that person or those people.
Yeah, because that's the temptation, is to ask what, will they like it? But that's not our business, is it? It's like you dowse for yourself and what's right for you, and everybody else, it will work or it won't work. But that's theirs. You can't sort of, yeah, it's not really to do that with, is it? To sort of,
Yeah, I feel really uncomfortable dowsing to ask, is that, are they gonna like that campsite? Are they gonna like that hotel? Is because you can't you can't predict that. It's like I do find with dowsing, I don't want to it's not about predicting the future.
no.
It's about what's right and what's going to work out for me. But things change. And so, as with dowsing, as we've said before, you sometimes get a response where you get a no. And so you need to dig down. Why can't you do that? Why can't you dowse at that particular time? What is it that's blocking you? What's holding you back? What's preventing you? So you have to kind of like dig around a little bit, don't you, and find out what it is that you need to know more of.
Go Miss Marple. Yeah, because if you've got a reaction to it, it's like, is that my stuff or is it somebody else's? If it's somebody else's, then it depends who that person is. You might want to say to them, you've got some stuff, or you might not. Depends. If it was you, I'd say, I've just dowsed, it's not my stuff, but you might want to dowse and see if it's yours. But there's some people I wouldn't be able to say that to. But yeah, it's like, is this my stuff? And if it is, then like you say, it's delving, isn't it? It's like, okay, is it a block? Is it an emotion? And just sort of go down and see what it is. But yeah, or do you need to know? So if it is your stuff, I like to do it when you go, is it my stuff? Yes. Then you think, okay, do I need to do it? Do I need to know anything about it, or can I release it? And if you get a yes to that, ta-da! So then you don't even, because then there's no point going on a wild goose chase delving down. If actually, yes, it is my stuff. You don't need to know anything about it. You can just release it, and then you can get rid them. Or you delve down.
And then you can book your holiday.
Yay! Get your passport, and then before you go out the door, before you lock the door, after you've cleaned your house, and your house is more immaculate than it is normally, because you always clean your house before you go away on holiday.
Why?
I don't know. So you clean your house, and it's the cleanest it's ever been, and then you go out of the door, and then you dowse, and you say, "Have I got everything I need right now in my bag? Have I forgotten anything? No? Okay. Lock the door, off you pop." And you've got that peace of mind, you're off. And when you get home, you've got a beautiful, clean house.
I didn't know that was a thing. I just thought it was me that made sure that everything was completely clear before I go on holiday.
That's why you need a holiday, to rev up, because the revving up for a holiday is exhausting.
It always reminds me, actually, if anyone comes to visit, it's like the house has never been so clean. It's like you go into overdrive. So yeah, don't have people around too often. Is my go-to. Otherwise, you got to do housework.
Just meet people outside, out and about. Oh, so yes, if you're choosing a holiday, let us know in the comments. If you're new to this channel, then like and subscribe. And yes, let us know in the comments. Have you booked a holiday that way? Did it work out okay? What are the good bits? What are the like a little bit of sharing on our holiday dowsing?
And also, if you clean your house before you go on holiday, or when you do your cleaning, do your dowse before you clean.
And let us know. And if you're going to try it, again, let us know what you're trying, and then you can, keep us posted. We like to know. We like to know what everybody's up to with their dowsing. Okay, well, I'm off to book a holiday.
I'm off to get the duster out.
And we'll see you next time. Happy dowsing.
Happy dowsing.